forewarned weather with Exact Track 4D.
And we know how much of a hotspot Belle Isle is going to be Monday.
Yeah.
But look, yesterday it was a trip with the rain. And you getting some updates about the tornado?
We are. The National Weather Service confirmed that tornado really early yesterday. We were talking about that, and now they've ranked it on the Fujita scale as an EF0, and we do have the path. For those of you that are in Fraser, we'll just go over this really quickly here as we zoom into Macomb County. Yesterday, just after 1 o'clock, the tornado started, touchdown right around 14 Mile and Kelly. And so to give you a frame of reference, especially for people that live in Macomb County, there's 14 Mile Road there. Here's Groesbeck over here, and this is Utica Road. So that is where the tornado first touched down. It continued on its trek past 14 Mile, and then it lifted just outside, just before it reached Metro Parkway, 16 Mile, 70 mile per hour winds, 2.4 mile path, and it was on the ground for 8 minutes. If you're wondering EF0, what does that mean? It's the Fujita scale named after Ted Fujita, and it goes all the way up to an EF5, which has winds at 200 miles per hour. So this, even though it's on the lowest scale to folks that have damage, it doesn't really matter what it is because they're cleaning up today and probably for a while. Well, we've been tracking some thunderstorms tonight, but right now things are pretty much winding down, although we thought that earlier, and we've had a couple spin-ups here and there. 11:18, and we have some showers that just moved over Jefferson outside of St. Clair Shores. It was really focusing on the area right around Fraser because Fraser and other parts of Macomb County saw just so much rain, especially when you go into northern parts of Macomb County around Macomb Township. They picked up 4.5 inches, Utica just over 4 inches, also Sterling Heights at 3 inches. Almost all of Metro Detroit got anywhere between 2 and about 4.5 inches of rain in a short period of time. And then we added a little more to it today. Mid-60s right now in Detroit, 61 in Ann Arbor, and 62 in Pontiac. Here's the clouds and radar forecast as we go through time. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, it'll be partly cloudy, but then throughout the day you'll notice an increase in the clouds, and right around 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon we could have some showers. Now I have to tell you, the models have just not been very good in handling things lately, but at this point it looks like they started looking around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock for some rain to come through, and then everything's gone hopefully by about 7 at the latest, 8 o'clock. 66 at Metro Airport, mid-60s at City Airport. 7-day temperatures are what we're really going to be focused on as we have dangerous heat that is headed into Metro Detroit. Now, typically we'll get maybe 1 or 2 days in a row. Occasionally we'll get 3. Last August, the 24th, we had 3 days in a row of 90-degree heat. But look how many days we're going to be in the 90s with a heat index well over 100. And right on cue, as the beginning of the summer solstice is Friday at tomorrow at 10:41. The northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, and most daylight tomorrow with 15 hours, 16 minutes, and 6 seconds. 61 partly cloudy skies overnight tonight. Then tomorrow we'll have a little sun in the morning, but that chance of an afternoon shower, and a high of 84. 90 will be our first 90-degree day of the season, and then Sunday, we're into the mid-90s for the fireworks. We'll have sunshine, but hot and humid with a high of 97. It will feel like it's 103. And with that urban heat island downtown, all that concrete absorbing the heat throughout the day, it's going to be very, very hot for the fireworks. Tuesday, 96. And then next chance for rain after that will be on Wednesday and Thursday.